right, welcome to a little FGH After Dark for June 16th, 2025. Before you go anywhere, we are FGH. We make you money during the football season. So even if you don't bet on football, you're one of those people who don't bet on football. I bet you know someone who does. It's not a multi-billion dollar industry for nothing. So share with someone that you know who bets on football. Help them out. Let us help them at FGH. We are the only live streaming football handicapping platform in the world. We are one of one, the only place you can go and meet your handicappers, chat with them online, tell them when they suck, tell them when they're good. You can tell us anything. All we ask is that you come on the camera and you put your face on camera and you do it right here live with us. So you can comment in, you can request to come into the chat if you like what I'm saying. If you don't like what I'm saying, I don't give a shit. Just jump in and let's shoot the shit about football. That's what we do. We're here to have fun. And tonight, we're actually here. I did some work. A couple things I want to talk about tonight is I did some work on the offensive lines coming up in the NFL this year. And I use PFF rankings. I'm kind of a PFF whore. Everybody knows that. I love PFF. They give me all the good stuff. They don't charge me a lot. They're just like what you want from someone that gives you the good stuff. You know, don't charge you a lot. Satisfy me. You go on your way. I go on my way. Everybody's happy. That's why we like it. So I use their rankings. And what I did was I came up with basically a 1 through 32. And I'm only going to go to the top 5 offensive lines going into this year as of right now. Again, this is June 16th. This can change. Trades can happen. Injuries can happen. The final rankings won't be out until August, late August. And be sure to check us out at our podcast that we drop twice a week during the football season. The Football Glory Hole podcast. Anywhere you get your podcast, iHeartRadio. We're literally everywhere at FGH. You got the scroll on the bottom where you can find us on all the socials. So there's really no reason to find FGH because we are everywhere now. But with that said, I will finalize this list going in closer to the kickoff of the season. But as of right now, I've got a top 5 NFL offensive lines going into 2025, and we were, of course, going to go in reverse order. Which reminds me, why did I pull up the number 1 team that is on the list when I knew that I was going to go reverse order? I don't know. It's we're live, people. So what are you going to do? Number 5 offensive line as of right now going into next year. Those Atlanta Falcons. They came in at a 75.3 PFF ranking going into this year. Look, it's 4 of the same people they had from last year. Left tackle Matthews, left guard Bergeron, skip to right guard Lindstrom, the best guard in the NFL. Yes, he's better than homeboy from Indy. I said it. Everybody knows it. It just is what it is. And then McGarry at right tackle, who's solid. This guy they got at center because we all know that Drew Dahlman left Atlanta and went to Chicago, which, hey, they might make a presence on this list. We'll see about that going forward. Some guy named Nezel, doesn't matter. He's an offensive lineman. Fuck all their names. Nobody gives a shit. You can mispronounce them. They're fat. They just block. They don't give a shit. He's not very good. Now he brings this down with a 58.5 ranking. Again, all these are based on last year's numbers. When we do some more in-depth dives into this 1 through 32 list, I did take some liberties with some people. Some people had a bad year last year, just an unusually bad year last year. I took their 2 or 3 years before that and kind of like came up with a composite of the last 3 or 4 years. Didn't ignore the bad year, but let's just say that they're more like what they were for the last 3 or 4 years and readjusted the number based on that. So I did have some flexibility there, and that makes it my subjective list for sure. But it is my list. It's literally my list. I can do whatever the fuck I want. So 75.3 Atlanta comes in. Their only question mark is at center, and he doesn't look good. So we know how important the center is to an offensive line, but the rest is so good. And when you're sandwiched next to the best guard in the NFL, that's going to go a long way for you. So that's number 5. So let's go to number 4, ooh, this one was, I was actually surprised at this one, to be 100% honest with you, because I expected this team to take a little bit of a slip. But San Francisco 49ers still grayed out at number 4 going into next year. Obviously, Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer Trent Williams at left tackle, Barch left guard, Brendel center, Pooney right guard, and it's all the same people. And there were some question marks going into last year on this particular lineup. They've kind of solidified that. They've answered some questions. They come in at 75.6, so just ahead of Atlanta. But San Fran has a lot of question marks. I don't think offensive line is going to be one of them. And we know already for a fact that with Shanahan's offense, they don't have to have a bunch of all pros at offensive line to be super successful. So they're just fine at offensive line. And now we'll get into some of the other stuff on the roster going forward. This defensive line looks like a hot fucking mess, especially up the middle. They're going to count on a lot of rookies to get the job done, but offensive line going to be solid. Now, number 3 offensive line going into next year. Let me scroll down and find them. Now, this one comes with a little bit of a caveat. And I don't think that I did any adjustments. Let me look at it. Okay, yes. So I didn't do any adjustments, and you're gonna understand why. Steen, the right guard. What is his first name? I need to know his first name. Tyler Steen. That's right. I knew that. I don't know why I didn't. So he's a 2-year player going into his 3rd year. His first year he graded out 53.2 on PFF. Last year he graded 40.7, which is that's like the bottom of the league. That's like, why are you even in the NFL type shit? Like, he's 6'6", 350 pounds. I don't know what else he's gonna do. That's a little big to be like a UPS driver or a Home Depot worker, but at that rating, you should not be in the NFL. At the 53 point whatever, okay, that's a rookie coming in. That's a normal, I think it was a 3rd round pick, rookie grade. Last year, he lost that job to the big giant Mekhi Becton, who went to the Chargers. Did that affect his confidence? When he did get some playing time, did he suck? There's just a lot of factors there. So for them coming in at 76.3, this could be much higher. Okay, because if Steen gets back to, let's say, 53, or let's say he even improves and gets up to like this 60 level, well, now you're back up to the best offensive line in the NFL, because all the rest are the same. Mulata, beast. Dickerson, left guard, beast. Juergens, he's okay. He played fine. He graded out at 65.6 last year. That's fine. It's not Kelsey, but it's fine. And then of course Lane Johnson at right tackle. They're just loaded. So if they can get Steen to come up to Juergens level, this is the best offensive line in the league again. So no problems with them right there. Now, number 2 here, I knew that this was going to be a better graded offensive line than I thought. I did not, however, think that it was going to be number 2 as of right now going into this season. And that is your Chicago mother effing Bears, grading out at 76.6. Obviously, they brought in 3 new starters. Guard, center, guard. Tooney, Dahlman, and Jonah Jackson. Jonah Jackson is the one spot that's like that one. He graded out 67.6 last year, which is fine. That's perfectly acceptable starting level grade. He's had some fluctuation in the years, higher, lower. So that's the one that's like, we'll see what happens there. But Braxton Jones and Darnell Wright, the 2 young offensive tackles, 77.4 and 79.3 respectively. Arrows up too. Like this is like could have room to grow. Both these players could get up into the 80s, especially Darnell Wright with his pedigree, 1st round pedigree. So, man, Chicago did the work in the offseason, and old Sugar Britches back there in the backfield is going to have no issues. We know he loves to hold on the ball, and God bless him, he's going to have some time to hold on to that ball for sure this year with the offensive line that they have built. But the biggest surprise that I had doing this project is the number 1 offensive line going into the 2025 season, are my Minnesota Vikings skull, you bitches. Now, I will say, this is with a caveat because I put on these teams when I did these rankings 1 through 32. If you have a rookie insert, which they do, in the starting lineup, the rookie they took out of Ohio State, what's his first name? It is Donovan Jackson. First round pick, 24th overall, 6'4", 320. Now, I graded this with the other four, who are awesome. Darrisaw left tackle, Ryan Kelly, and Freeze, doesn't matter. Both them coming in from Indy, and of course Brian O'Neill, who they already had. So with those four graded, they come out at 78.7, number one PFF ranking going into to next year. What is Jackson going to do to that ranking? Is he going to come in at is he going to 40 or 50 like some rookies do? Is he going to come in at 60, 70 like some rookies do? This is unknown. So I get that this is a kind of a wishful thinking, number one. Let's just put it that way. But they're my Minnesota Vikings. So I'm going to say Jackson's going to be a instant Pro Bowler, and they're just gonna go win the goddamn Super Bowl is what they're gonna do. So that's the top five. Some honorable mentions that I wanted to go over because you might be saying to yourself, well, oh, wait a minute, Longhorn. I ain't heard Detroit on this team or on this list. And I know that team has a good offensive line, but not so fast, my friend. We got question marks at this team. So what I did was I marked them down as I took their two tackles, Penei Sewell and Taylor Decker. They both grade out at 83.4. 83.4, which will be number one by far if you're just doing a whole offensive line. But that's only the tackles. It's important, but we got three question marks at guard, center, and guard. Obviously, the retirement of Frank Ragnow threw a wrench into this. So is Taylor Ratledge, the rookie they drafted in the second round out of Georgia, is he going to slide into center or is he going to slide into guard? Is Graham Glasgow a swing interior offensive lineman? Is he going to settle in at guard or is he going to have to take that center role? Either way, probably both of those players are starting. Now, Graham Glasgow graded out as 57.2. He's been doing this as a career arc lately. Not what you want to see. Taylor Ratledge is a rookie. So, again, not what you want to see. And let's not forget, he was drafted at the end of the second round, maybe a slight reach. Okay, like a lot of people had him as a third-round offensive lineman. You don't really want to question Detroit when it comes to offensive linemen with our track record. But let's just put it out there. He was a third-round draft offensive lineman that went in the second round. We'll see how it works out. Christian Mahogany, the slated left guard. I love this cat coming out of the 2024 draft. Went to Boston College, slid to the sixth round, should have been a third-round pick, maybe even second on some people's boards. Obviously, had some medical red flags that knocked him down that a lot of people didn't. Well, the teams knew about him, obviously, because nobody took him to the sixth round. But a lot of the draft gurus, myself included, obviously didn't know about the medical red flags. He missed all training camp, all mini camp. A lot of the beginning of the season, started working his way back into practice as the season was going. Here's the interesting thing. Played about 3-4 games. I'd have to look it up. Graded out at 91.5. As a rookie, starting I think he played like 250 snaps. Okay, so hold on here. Now, that ain't going to fucking continue because they either drafted a future All-Pro in the sixth round based on his grading, or that's going to come down to earth. And that's kind of what I think. He's not going to do a 91.5 starting 17 games. So if that settles into the 60, if they would kill to have a 70+ rating on a guy that only played 4 games last year, that would be awesome. So long story short, I don't know what to do with Detroit. There's too many question marks. The tackles are all pro level out, but a lot of question marks in the middle. All right. Another honorable mention that I wanted to get to was another one of my my pet cats for the year, and that's those Los Angeles Rams. They came in at a 72.9, so they just missed the top 5, so they're part of the honorable mention list here. It's all the same. So continuity, I love that. I love continuity with offensive line. The grades. And here's another thing with the Rams offensive line. Arrow up, like this number could go up because you got some young players on this offensive line that still have some room for improvement. So I just wanted to mention them because they are one of my sleeper Super Bowl teams. Put them out on our Patreon page that you see scrolling at the bottom of the page there. I think at 26-1 about a month ago. They got the blueprint for a sleeper Super Bowl team. Solid offensive line, great weapons, good head coach, veteran quarterback who's already won a Super Bowl, young defense that flies around. I'm still really high on the Rams. I can't fight it. Let's see what other team. You know what? Let's just leave it there. I don't want to put out too much. Both Stevenson and I will probably hit more of this on the radio show, either this Saturday or not this Saturday, but the next Saturday as we get into kind of that dead part of the off season. So we'll have some time to fill, and we'll probably go through the 1 through 32. So I don't want to spoil any more of it, but you can catch that at Fishbowl Radio Network every Saturday mornings, 10 to 11 a.m. Central Time. Now, the second story that I wanted to get to is fucking Miss Caitlyn Clark. So let's transition into that. Let's add this to the stage, and let's get some of her. She obviously returned was it last night or 2 nights ago from being injured. She missed 5 games, I think. And boy, did she make a fucking return. Like Caitlyn Clark, and if you've been following us, you know that I'm a harsh judge when it comes to female sports because, look, well, I mean, they're women, all right? They're you watch women's sports, it doesn't look like male sports, but all of a sudden this woman comes along named Caitlyn Clark, and she just starts dropping motherfucking bombs from the logo like it's fucking nothing, and not set shooting like your 1970s fucking set shot into the peach basket. Oh no, this fucking bitch is just coming down off the fucking dribble, off the move, and floating in the air, shooting 30-footers. So let's roll the tape a little bit and see Miss Caitlyn Clark in action, so you can see what she did on her return the other night. Just it's 30 feet, no problem, swish. No big deal there. I'll just drop it in your fucking eye. And here's one just coming off a little pick and screen. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you think that I couldn't shoot from there? I can. I can shoot from the fucking half court line. No big deal. Yeah, everybody's cheering. They love to see that. And then this one is I'll take it. Oh my God. I mean, she might as well be in the third row of the fucking half court seat. She's just dropping fucking bombs. So listen, I love this. I love this lady. She is the fucking shit. Let's just keep that rolling. Actually, why not even stop that? Let's get a little. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna back off of me and give me that. I'm Caitlyn Clark, you idiot, and I'm gonna talk shit in your face while I'm doing it. Look, the opponents don't even care. They're loving it. They've never seen anything like this. She's so great for the sport. And again, I am not one to go crazy over women's sports, but she plays different. She fucking plays different. Now, here's the deal, though. Who's going to be – she's Larry Bird. Like, we all know that in the 80s, what set the NBA on fire is Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. That rivalry took basketball from what it was, kind of a afterthought, to what it is now, where I've got the NBA Finals playing right now. Indy's actually making a little bit of a comeback, so that's good to see here in Game 5, tied 2-2. It didn't used to be like this. They'd be on tape, delay, recorded, played the next night. Larry Bird and Magic Johnson changed the NBA forever. Caitlyn Clark can do that for the WNBA, but she needs a sidekick, and Angel, I can't make a layup, Reese ain't the one. She ain't the one. I know they want her to be because she's black. Caitlyn's white. She's gay. I think she's gay. Caitlyn's straight. It has the formula for exactly what you want, but she ain't the one. So we need, you know what? I do a lot of deep dives on rosters and upcoming players and drafts. I have not gotten into who's the next great women's player. I don't go that far. That ain't my bag, baby. That's just not what I do. So someone has to come along and help Caitlyn Clark take this to the next level, because when she was hurt, those ratings tanked. She is the WNBA, and all these little bitches around her in this league that hate her because she's white, they hate her because she's straight, they need to just fall in line and kiss her fucking feet, because she is taking this league. She's going to take them as far as they can go, with her by herself. Now, if you can get someone to come along that's just as good as her, and the WNBA wishes it was a black person, wishes it was a gay black person, would it be even better for them, so that they can manipulate this rivalry in good fun, just like with Larry and Magic, and have them go at it, deep runs into the playoffs, meeting in the finals, and really play that up. That would be the best thing for the WNBA. But she's got to play like Caitlyn. It can't just be another spot shooting, under the rim type player. It's got to be someone dynamic like Caitlyn Clark. So that's really all I want to do for this one. Just a reminder, here at FGH, we are a live streaming football handicapping podcast. You can jump into the comments. If you like what I'm saying, say, hey, I want to come in and talk about this. I got a different angle maybe you're not talking about. You don't like what I'm saying? Jump in and dog cuss me. I don't give a shit. Just come in, do it on camera. Put your email in the comments. Say, hey, tag me in. I'll send you an invite. And we were rocking and rolling. So that's going to be it for this. So I will see you next time. And for Bo Cephas, I am Longhorn. We are FGH. And no matter how you find us, when you think about betting on football, think FGH.